So today I'm going to be talking about one of the most hyped up gaming monitor and also a video editing monitor that is soon to be released in 2020. Alright, so what monitor are you using, right? Are you using a QHD monitor, 4K monitor, or 1080p monitor? Are you using a ultra wide? Or are you using 16:9? Or are you using ultra wide, like the 49-inch monitor? Well, today I'm going to be talking about the 16:9 monitor by Eve. Before we start the video, let's take a moment down below and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any sort of technology news and also technology reviews. Also give me a thumbs up and also leave a comment down below would be perfect. Alright, so there is a monitor that is going to come out in 2020. It's 27-inch, 16:9. It has all the features that anyone would want. The best thing about this monitor is that you don't have to buy the stand. It's a standalone product. If you really don't have a monitor stand or monitor arm, then you could buy that stand. But even so, that stand looks amazing. Okay, let's get down to the specs of this monitor because it really surprised me how well this implementation of the monitor is. Now, I can get this monitor for gaming, for photo editing, just because of how accurate the color is. Okay, so there are a couple options for this monitor, right? So the base option starts at 144 Hz, which is already amazing. The second option, you do get 240 Hz for this monitor. And the third option is pretty crazy. I don't think anyone would be going for this option unless you're running 2080 Ti in SLI, maybe. Because the third option is a 4K 144 Hz. Imagine how many pixels it would have to refresh every single second. I mean, that's a lot calculation. So the size of these monitors are all 27-inch and they are LG panels. The aspect ratio is always 16:9, as I said. And then we also get 400 nits of brightness for the base model. So you do get HDR 400 and then it ramps up as you upgrade your monitor, okay? So if you get the 240 Hz, you do get the HDR 600, which is extra bright. I'm not sure if you actually need that bright of a monitor, especially if you're going to use it indoor right here. It's going to blind your eyes. Contrast ratio for this monitor is 1000 to 1, so it's not particularly amazing, but you do get other features which you will be surprised by the specs of this monitor. You do get 178 degrees of viewing angle. Everyone's going to know what you're looking at on your monitor. So pixel density wise, you're getting only about 109 pixels per inch. Obviously, if you get a 4K monitor, that's a different story. But this is the QHD model, which I actually suggest if you are going for, for gaming. Because 4K gaming isn't that popular right now. It's quite hard to drive to, depending on what game you're playing. If you're playing Assassin's Creed, you probably don't need 144 frames. If you're playing CSGO, if you're playing Overwatch or Call of Duty, then you probably need 144 Hz or even 240. But you don't want to run it at 4K resolution. That's basically going to bottleneck your performance, right? So let's move on. Color gamut, we are covering 98% of DCI-P3 and also 100% of sRGB. Color depth, we are getting 10-bit. Now it's not actual 10-bit, it's actually 8-bit plus AFRC. My current monitor from Dell is also using the same technology. Speed wise, the monitor refreshes at 1 millisecond. Alright, so this monitor is also G-Sync capable and also FreeSync. So no matter if you're using an AMD card or an NVIDIA card, you will have that technology readily available for you. Okay, so the I/O of this monitor is also quite interesting. So you do get a USB-C cable. So technically you don't need an HDMI, if you're using USB-C. I would probably use a USB-C just because I want to use it as a hub and also for power charging. On the side note, this camera does support 100-watt charging, so it's perfect for MacBook Pros. Unless you're using gaming laptops, Dell XPS 15, those are gonna require almost 130 watts of power for charging on full load. Also, you get 2 display ports, you get headphone jack, no speakers by the way. You do get HDMIs, you do get extra USB-C. So I think this monitor is good for a couple things. Cleaner setup, power delivery, using it as a hub. You can use it for gaming at high frame rates. You can use it for even video editing because of the wide color gamut it supports. This is perfect. This is actually a monitor that has no compromise, and I'm looking forward to getting one of these for review. So if you're interested, just go down below and subscribe so you don't miss out on that review. And just keep in mind, if you're interested, I'll link it down below in the description for that website so you can look over it. And also my social media and all the info are down there. So if Eve is watching this video, I'll be glad to receive a review unit to make a video on this. Of course, if I get to keep that product, that would be even more amazing. Now, the price point is pretty attractive. Okay, so the base model starts at $389 US. If you do want the 240 Hz at QHD, that is $529. If you want the 4K 144 Hz, that is $629. So that is still quite a bargain comparing to the 49-inch ultra-wide from LG. If you want this standalone monitor stand, you can get it for an extra $100. I personally would not recommend that because I would recommend using a monitor arm to make your desk cleaner. That's about it for me for today. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.